Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris as we revisit the Messengers of Paradisium and our wonderful fledgling empire. Now, before we get too far into this, I think it's time that we do form a new sector out here. The New Eden sector, it will take just a moment for it to pick up on the two planets. This is going to allow us to assign a governor. And this is going to cost us a little bit of money, but I think it's definitely going to be worth it. So yeah, our choices are clearing blockers, or a little bit of admin capacity. Let's go for clearing blockers, especially because New Eden is going to need a lot of blockers clearing in order to actually get anywhere worthwhile. Now, over the last couple of episodes, we have been, let's say, building up our fleet as best as we can. There's still plenty more that needs to be done, but we're not in a terrible place right now.
A system survey has concluded.
Okay, new archaeological site. This is over the Endless Expanse, which is actually in reach of our territory, which is kind of interesting. Let's have a look and see what we've got. We've got a construction ship over here. If we send it in, we could... Oh, we've already got someone going in to do that. Okay. Oh yeah, you're already on your way around. Well, that's actually going to work really well for us. We will need a science ship in order to get in and have a look at it. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not a terrible plan. You're assisting research over there. I suppose we could pull you across when you're done with that. So our big concerns at the moment are going to be the borders with the Everite Horde. We are looking to make ourselves a bit more formidable on that side.
A system survey has concluded.
Great. Are you still carrying on exploring more? Yes, you are. We might need to clear some of these out as you go.
Survey has concluded.
Yeah, the Gaping Maw has been surveyed. Where is the Gaping Maw? Oh, that's over the other end of the galaxy.
A system survey has concluded.
War declaration. Okay. Queptilian Trade Union wishes to declare war against the Yomakera interstellar autocracy. Ooh, this is not the fight that I wanted at this point. Let's have a look at them. So their fleet power is equivalent, so this isn't going to be terrible for us. So before we vote yes or no, let's have a look and see what our potential exposure is. There's a couple of systems semi-close. They might come in through Ascomia. And they have a gateway. Now the question is going to be if we did go in with this, we're not close enough to see their military power. I mean, if I vote no, it may still go ahead anyway. Let's vote no. It failed. It failed because of us. I hope they don't dislike us too much for that. But I think when we're a bit closer and we can potentially see what's going on, we'll be able to revisit that. Now the Panicked Armada, we want to get that reinforced. You see, that's the problem. We're not really in a position to be waging wars when we're guarding our borders right now.
Strange happenings are afoot.
Alright, so Jarson has found an anomaly. Optical sensors isolate a cluster of shapes on the barren surface of Bogger 2. It could be buildings. Go ahead and research that. And I think once we're done here, there's not going to be much else that we can do, is there? Ah, Diagon Station, you're building a destroyer, okay. So that'll be for the Panicked Armada, hopefully to get it reinforced. Let's put the speed up a little bit. Okay, we've received some rather troubling reports of the deteriorating health of Oracle Listhimia. Her haggard appearance makes it look as though she's aged nearly 20 years. The burden of duty can be a heavy thing to bear. Substance abuser. Oh no. I mean, you'd kind of need to be a substance abuser in order to try and rule the Daesh. I do understand that.
A study has been completed.
Okay. The silhouettes discernible from orbit are indeed buildings, and closer inspection revealed them to be of an obvious martial nature. While abandoned for some time, though recently on a galactic timescale, Science Officer Jarson believes the secrets of alien tactics may yet be exhumed from beneath the dust that covers the decaying barracks and looted armories. Special projects may be issued to study the remains. I think that's actually a really, really good plan. So up here, do that. Then come down and survey these two, and then we're going to be an automated dreadnought. That doesn't seem like a good thing. Can't go to either of those. So come back over here. There's a lot of nasty things out in the big black. Habitability plus 5%. That's great. Let's go for pop growth speed. Does seem like a nice thing, but I think we'll go for the tile blockers first.
Construction venture completed. A special project is complete.
Alright, with Wildor taken, let's get the mining station. And then I think we'll come and claim this gateway down here next. Science Officer Jarson's thorough xenohistorical analysis of the military installation has yielded few tangible results. The base was constructed before the planet turned completely barren, but it's unclear if its current inhospitability is a result of armed conflict, or some more peaceful or even natural process. What can be deduced of their strategies and tactics in armed conflict does not seem to have been far in advance of our own. On the upside, it claims to have drawn much inspiration from the alien remnants, so it gains some experience and military theory. Well, that's good. So yeah, if we take these, then we can claim Sarek 3, which is now 95% habitable. So definitely worthwhile. And in fact, up here, I'm wondering if we should take Sacramore for the archaeological site. I'm going to need another couple of science ships regardless. Let's move you up there in preparation.
A system survey has concluded.
Okay, this whole area is looking kind of interesting. New Eden has necrophaged new populations, that's great. And one of our leaders has leveled up. New Eden can actually support a new building. Well, it's actually got one on its... Oh, no. We have a Dahesh who is unemployed. Well, as soon as this is built, that will hopefully improve. Let's get another generator district on the go as well.
Has concluded.
I want to keep on top of these to make sure we don't overstretch. Get a mining station, and in fact, with all those resources, we can afford to then take another one. Oracle Listhimia has died, which means we have an election. We could spend resources to try and pick who we're going to put in for it, but they're all reasonable candidates, so we'll abstain. And who do we have? Previous scientist on the Testament of Fear Stasis is our next ruler, so that means we have a ship with no leader. Let's get ourselves a new scientist. Someone young. There we go. Now, Testament to the Fluid Stasis. Still assisting research. That's good. That's exactly what we need. And the Senate is in session. This one is on the regulatory facilitation. Well, we've already swung our vote on this. Let's oppose that as well. I don't want to accidentally be in breach of galactic law. Okay, we can get a starbase here.
A system survey has concluded.
So we're expanding our borders and gathering more resources. These are both good things. It does mean we're not focusing our metals directly on building up our fleet. But you know, you have to make these choices. The Testament of Vengeance and Existence crew has reported the presence of a decaying orbital station and multiple tomb worlds near the Bustrom system. Whatever installation once inhabited the system appears to have collapsed into ruin long ago. Humbling Burrow is the junkyard of a planet covered in irradiated, rusting remnants of demolished buildings, infrastructure and vehicles. No higher forms of life are recognizable. We might gain more insight into this lost civilization by surveying any similar planets in this and neighboring systems. Okay, that's definitely curious. Ah, right. Down here, potentially. Yeah. Silent Colony, the caved hub. We've got plenty of things to survey in there, so hopefully we'll find something interesting from that. Guardian Angels Act. Let's support that.
Construction venture completed.
Great. Go ahead and get those mining stations. I want even more resources coming in.
Construction venture completed.
Likewise. Get the research station first, and by the time you're done with that, we'll be able to afford the mining stations.
A system survey has concluded.
I am a little bit worried about that amoeba swarm, but I don't think there's much we can really do about it. So, the director of the Museum of Exobiology on Paradisium has issued a request for the procurement of several live alien specimens. These creatures were spotted on surveyed habitable worlds, but they're difficult to capture. It will require a full resource of a science ship for a lengthy period of time. Yeah, why not? I did say we wanted a new science vessel, so let's start that chain off.
Inbound communique.
Oh, Rostrum has been fully surveyed. I mean, this whole area up here is really interesting. We just need to go through these guys in order to get to it, which is a bit of a shame. Cryptilian Trade Union want research? No, we're not going to give them our research. As much as we are friends, there is a limit to these things. Where is Paradisium? I want to get a new science ship on the go. And I think, given we've got this now, we can colonize here. So this is going to be a human colony ship. When it eventually becomes Dahesh, it'll drop down to 75%, but it's going to be pretty damn awesome. And I think for this one, we're going to turn it into maybe a mining and let's buy some more food. Yeah, maybe a mining and metal place. Okay, so what are we gonna call this one? Sarek's a reasonable name. We'll call it Goldenum. Goldenum's a good name for a planet. Plenty of resources there, and we'll be digging it all from the ground. Now, Urantok Station over here, there is trade value available, and I think there's also, trade value nearby. So I'd like to upgrade this to a starport just as soon as we can. Shortage of food, oh yes, of course. Let's sort that out very quickly. It won't take long for us to get the resources needed for this, and then we can build a couple of trade hubs. It is technically going to slow down our expansion, but I think it's perfectly fine for us to do this. Where was this actually? Wait, was this in Urantok? Where is my new science ship? Right. We need a new scientist. Industry, particles, field manipulation. Go for you. So that's the planetary machinery. Oh no, that's in Spudjap. Well, we'll send you across for this one. Because we needed to do it anyway. Oh, maybe it was Sarek, actually. No, that's the rats. And that was the planetary machinery, which I got scared by. Yeah, so the other one's probably miles away. There's no way to go directly to it. Not to worry. Not to worry.
A study has been completed.
Okay, this gives us the tile blockers. More tile blockers, yeah. Fleet supremacy is a very, very good thing. Leader life increasing would also be pretty awesome. I think for the moment...
A system survey has concluded.
We've got this all in hand.
A system survey has concluded.
Lots of surveys going on.
A system survey has concluded.
Still a bit terrified by them and
A
their
study has
border.
been completed.
We've got a reasonable defense here. Yeah, shields. Okay. More research. So, I don't particularly like any of these. So let's go for research station output up, because that'll allow us to generate a new selection of things. We've got upgrades that we need to do as well for the shields on pretty much everything. So let's tell everything to get upgrading, and then we will spend the next little bit of time buying metals. Almost instantly sucked it all up.
Vessels have been refitted.
That's great. I think we can still do more though. They really want to go to war with them, don't they? Can we see anything about their general strength yet? Not really. They're still too far away. They do have a bit of a buffer with other things. So you know what? Why not? Let's vote yes and let's let them do their worst.
Construction venture completed. Our vessels have been reinvigorated. A system survey has concluded.
Now we might face some trouble with this, but we'll have to see how it goes. You've still got your upgrades
Vessels
going.
have been refitted.
Cool. That's new shields for everyone. So everything from here on out.
Construction venture completed.
I was going to say goes on our ships, but it doesn't because we are getting trade hub, and off-world trading company really. But we've got to wait for the first trade hub to finish before we can do that. Have these all been built? They have. Well, that's very handy. Is that one of their invasion fleets? That is. They're probably. Are they going to come this way round? That's going to suck if they use our territory as a staging ground. Another 90 days, and then we can get that off-world trading company being built.
A new colony has been propagated.
Our new colony is underway. Population is going to take a little bit of time to get going. We could transfer people across just to try and give it a bit of a boost, but I think Babylonia is going to be fine as it is. We really want
A
Babylonia.
study has been completed.
Hooray! We really want Babylonia to be all about the food. So, our new Federation level has been unlocked, and we have new perks because of that. Trade value is up. That's great. Ship speed is increased. That's great. And the president can now assign an envoy. The president being the Quetzalcoatl trade union, but you know, they'll do something worthwhile with that, I'm sure. Plasma thrusters are done. Let's give our defensive platforms some much needed extra strength. And I think we can afford some more fleets, actually. What are you building over there? I do worry when they're doing things like that. Okay, well, with that energy grid, that's good, but we still don't have. Yeah, we need more population over here. That's what we need.
Construction venture completed.
Okay, off-world trading company. Let's gather all that extra trade value. Look at this. This has shot up quite dramatically. The endless expanse. The archaeological team has laid bare the remains of a modest temple, delicately carved from an organic alien material. The exterior was once brightly coloured but has faded to a dull grey. A fully operational holographic priest still presides over the church. While the temple was in use, she took confessions from wayfaring penitents, offering healing, reconciliation and sanctuary. Unusual mechanical confessional chairs akin to torture devices have led the archaeologists to believe that there may be more to this temple than meets the eye. Okay. So, Arklon has found a really interesting, weird torture temple. And has gained a level because of that. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at the little baby Kirim Enterprises with their tiny fleet. This is very cute. Okay, you guys can be upgraded. You guys can be upgraded.
Vessels have been refitted.
And I
Vessels
think
have been refitted.
as soon as we can, we'll
study
try and
has
get
been
more
completed.
metals coming in. There's that other tile blocker clearing. That's what we wanted. Okay, our starbase capacity is good, but if we want to keep being a trade empire, we are going to want to improve our starbase capacity. Our admin capacity is bit up at the moment. Jeez, and that's costing us up to 17% extra in order to get technology. So maybe an extra 5% on our admin capacity would help in the long run more. Let's go for that. I really need Babylonia to be able to start producing food. I see you. What do you think you're doing? Okay, we've got a new option in our traditions. War games, fleet command limit up, that's good. Overwhelming force, ship fire rate up. That's probably better for us. Let's go for that. Next up, maybe the Great Games, starbase damage increased, just to ensure that we have proper defensive borders.
A study has been completed.
I'd say it's coming along in waves now. So next up, do we push on with our disruptors or extra sensors? Basic combat roles seems like a reasonable way to move. It does kind of lead towards AI a bit, but I think it'll benefit our ships. Hang on a moment, have we lost a branch office? We have. Dozan is gone. Well, that was definitely not worth the investment. Yeah, the Devourers are actively devouring the full right side of the map. Wow, that was a horrible waste of resources. Up here, have you got anywhere that you can go? You can go down this way. Right, let's carry on surveying what we can, because there might be other things to learn out here. That'll do for you. Over here. Can't go that way, can't go that way. Come down this way. I really don't want to have to retire these guys, but it might happen. You are done there, which is good. So next up, there was another place that we could start pulling bits apart, wasn't there? No, not planetary machinery. Don't want to touch the rats thing just yet. This was it. Go and excavate that. Now, do we want to expand our borders even closer up this way? That's the question. It probably won't hurt us to do that. I do want to take this out, but the amoeba swarm is a lot of power there, so it's going to be a while before we can do that. Let's take Zanaya. And yeah, come around this way. That'll do for the moment.
Construction venture completed.
Alright, that is our trade hub up and working. A light was seen moving in the night sky of Paradisium, its gentle arc standing in stark contrast to the slow revolution of the stars. The citizens of Paradisium see it as proof of recognition by the powers that be, and a subtle blessing of our cause. Well, that's good. The Dahesh are truly blessed, so it's important that the population recognise this. Ancient battle sites being discovered. And this is, yeah, miles away. So we're not going to get to review that anytime soon. We are very low on food. Let's buy quite a bit so we don't have to worry about it for a while. And I think we'll get some more defensive platforms, actually. So we've got depravity. Yeah, let's get another depravity here. We've detected the presence of an alien civilization in the auxiliary system. They appear to be in the early space age, as evidenced by the many primitive satellites orbiting their homeworld. Okay. It would be good to bring another one into the fold, but honestly, they're way outside of our borders, so we're not going to be able to help them at all.
A system survey has concluded.
Oh, and just a little bit more metal, and we can get another depravity on the go. Because these are really going to be what protects us from the Everite. And their fleet is big enough to be worrying. The endless expanse, hidden under the floor tiles in the sacristy. The archaeologists have discovered a secret crypt where the walls are lined with rows upon rows of tiny blue digital orbs, their circuitry glittering in the dark. Each orb contains the memory of a single confession and can be plugged into a cryptic-looking machine at the centre of the room to reveal its contents. Those who confess their sins were blessed with oblivion, the memories of their deeds extracted by the confessional chairs and stored within these digital orbs. Sacrilege, the bliss of ignorance, is not for sinners. Honestly, I personally think how practical. Yeah, let's go with sacrilege because we are spiritual after all. At least we pretend to be. still very much under development, but just too far away from New Eden.
A hostile fleet has appeared to us.
Okay, that's what I'm worried about. Okay, they've not got too much, but it's enough that we're going to bring up our other fleet. Yeah, they're coming pretty quickly, actually.
A system survey has concluded.
Tidal wave and red tide, so let us buy some more materials. And get a new ship.
A hostile fleet has appeared to us.
Another one. Alright, yeah, that's still the same one. So where are you going? You coming this way. One of them is coming this way. The other one is going the other way. Okay. Time to go and engage. Aw, this system, look at this. That is absolutely gorgeous. Sublight speed reduced, so if we can get in position quickly, we could be in position to cut them off. Wait, we're in combat? Oh, wait. Oh, why? Why are you going that way? I did not want you to go that way. This is a terrible mistake. We lost a ship because I didn't plot the route correctly. That is entirely on me. Peace offers. Okay. So the General Devourers have made peace with the Xanad Serenity. So they're actually keeping their status quo over there. Right, you guys are coming in. Let's slow it down a little bit. Unfortunately, that'll come back later. I'm a little bit annoyed by that. We lost a destroyer. Hell, we lost a lot of corvettes. They did lose some of theirs, but yeah, nowhere near enough to make that at all close to worthwhile. I really should have watched the route that was being taken.
Inbound communique.
Migration treaty from Kirim. Sure, we'll go for that. Basic combat rolls, great. Wormhole travel. Yes, we are definitely getting that, and then we can start exploring the wormholes. They've just come through. And it was a mistake. Definitely a mistake. Okay, where is our closest science ship? You're assisting research? Come and research this, and then we'll bring you back and you can carry on assisting research after you're done.
A system survey has concluded.
Get a starbase outpost here. We want to take this damn place now. They lost one corvette, so don't survey my stuff. Where are these guys going? Are they going anywhere? Yeah, they're still moving on. Oh no! Coming down to Soromore. Get a defensive platform as much as you can. I'm hoping they're going to take a little bit of damage as they come through. It's going to take 227 days to do that journey. And they're going to be there very soon. That's going to take 120 days to build. We might just be able to hold out. I didn't think that they would cut straight through like that. Not to worry. Okay, so the Endless Expanse. Sin is unoriginal. The memory orbs contain countless accounts of tedious little transgressions. Infidelity, bearing sacrilegious garb, exposing your flappers, adorning your feelers, ingesting your neighbour's pet, child, or spouse. The deeds of one penitent alone stand out. Those of the priest herself. The Hollow Priest, as it turns out, is a virtual representation of the church's founder, Illuminate Soraya. She appears to have suffered from severe memory loss and was haunted by the conviction that she'd committed a heinous act in the past. The tiny Molossoid priest extracted and stored over 100 of her own confessions in an attempt to figure out what she had done. That is interesting. "90 days. They're fighting. They're fighting. It's going to buy us the time we need. In the meantime, the other archaeological site, Moonbump. Preliminary excavations indicate that the celestial object came straight down on top of a sprawling city. At the time of impact, the inhabitants were at a technological level on par with early spaceflight. As Soromore 2b currently does not sustain any sapient species, it's reasonable to assume the event was the beginning of the end of this civilization. It's unclear whether the giant rock landed smack on top of the city by design, or if just a bizarre catastrophic accident. Keep digging, and in the meantime I will watch these guys fighting the amoeba. Defense platform hull points up, just in time. Okay, well, I think we'll go destroy hull points up next. Or powered exoskeletons. Yeah, it's going to take 64 months, so it'll be a long time before we actually see any fruit from that labour. But in the meantime, we can afford a little bit more metal. How are we doing down here? This thing hopefully will be done in time. $50 days to go. It's going to be pretty close.
Completed.
Testament of the lives of sparks. Oh yes, we've claimed this system. Right, let's get the mining stations and the research stations underway. Yeah, they're taking a while to come across, which is good. Now, those space amoebas, they went through our territory really peacefully. 359. It's not a huge upgrade, that's for certain. But our reinforcements are on the way. So we're gonna cut them off. Engage. I mean, this is probably going to be I was going to say evenly matched, but it actually looks like we're winning quite considerably in terms of knocking down what they have. Okay, let's have a look. We lost 4 corvettes. That's a shame. That's a lot for us to lose. Go back and repair. No. Go back over here. Troubled Armada. You're being repaired back at Paradisium. Don't go that way. That's a silly way to go. Go that way. You can repair once you're on the other side. Those space amoebas. So annoying. So annoying. But pretty good that we've managed to clear those out. So once you're done with this, I'm actually going to send you to do the other debris.
Debris has been analyzed.
And then you can go back.
A system survey has concluded.
So what did we get from that debris? Afterburners, a little bit of physics, a little bit of engineering research. So nothing spectacular. But still better than nothing. We need to get our reinforcements on the way. This war that we didn't ask for. I mean, we could actually take Wentwork.
A study has been completed.
I think we really need to be repairing first. Okay, next up, admin capacity up. I think that's a pretty solid thing. And then the administrative park. Yeah, we can turn Babylon into a combination place. Let's get you upgrading. Let's get you upgrading. All of that's going to take metals. Babylonia. You've still only got 3 population.
Vessels have been refitted.
Yeah, this is one of our borders, so we're going to have to consider what we do with that. I mean, on the plus side, pretty much all the nasty mobs have been cleared out of this area. The moon bump. It may go down as the biggest botch in scientific history, but deep core samples indicate the center of the crashed moon was comprised of highly pure metal ores. Coveting these in defiance of all logic and sane engineering principles, the population constructed an electromagnet of gargantuan proportions. It seems their intent was to pull the moon into a closer orbit in order to mine its riches more easily. Sure enough, the magnet was activated and hauled the moon towards the surface, but too hard and too fast. The inhabitants frantically tried to reverse the electromagnetic beam, but succeeded only in slowing the descent and not stopping it. The moon crashed into the planet with enough force to wipe out the entire hemisphere. In the aftermath, the dust and debris cloud from the impact blotted out the sun for decades, which eradicated all life. Well, what else did they expect? 500 metals. Thank you very much. And we now have a free science ship. So what are we going to do with you? I don't think we have any immediate, obvious choices. So for the moment, let's send you back to Paradisium. Up here with those mining core, you can't really go anywhere, so you're pretty much done. It's a real shame. Head over to the wormhole, so we'll be able to explore that. Hey, victory! We won the war. They're humiliated, reducing their empire influence game and population happiness. Lovely. We don't care so much about the influence. We weren't looking for it. And yeah, they made peace. So the first war that we weren't really part of, and we did a little bit of fighting.
Debris has been analyzed.
Coil guns. Okay, that's kind of cool. That does mean that you're also... Actually, no, you've got a plan to go back there and carry on assisting research, so you do that. Panic Tomato, you can go ahead and upgrade yourself. And with that, I think we're actually running out of time for this episode. Let's get some more ships on the go. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Our first proper bits of combat, it was just a little bit of a scuffle. Nothing too bad. The biggest problem was actually the amoebas and me not plotting where we were going. I wonder if it's possible to mark a system as just like a no-go area. Maybe. Either way, if you have enjoyed this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Stellaris. See you soon.